Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Myra, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a start to finish set for a chrome French tip nail. So let's just get right into the video so I can explain everything I'm showing. The first thing that I'm grabbing is my practice finger and my practice finger tip that I insert from Vita Bella, and you guys can use my discount code. All of my discount codes will be linked down below. And I am grabbing my 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘗 nail drill, the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘗 mandrel bit. The pink sanding bands are from my Amazon storefront, and the drill guard is from my website, craftsby9.com. And so the first thing that I'm doing, I am treating this as it, and I'm going to be talking about it as if it were like a real person from start to finish. The first thing you want to do is grab your fine sanding band and go over the entire natural nail to take off any oils that your nails naturally produce. You want to take all of those oils off of your, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. Off of your natural nail, because that is what causes lifting. So you want to get rid of all of those oils. But you do not want to overfile either. You just go like simple. It's very simple and very fast. Your e-file has to be set at the slowest setting, which for me, the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘗 drill is at 3,000 RPMs. You do not want to go higher than that because that is what causes rings of fire, and you don't want to cause any indents on your client's natural nail. So we are sculpting today's sets. So I am using the not polish nail forms, and I do have another video showing you how to put on the nail form, so I didn't get too in detail in today's video, but I do have other ones on my channel. I do make sure to grab my dust brush, which I use the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘗 one, to take off all of the dust that came onto the nail from using my sanding band on the natural nail. So all I do is dust off everything, right? And then I put on the nail forms, and then I grab my Crafts by 9 dehydrator. I do one coat of the dehydrator, and then I grab my not polished XXX bond, which is the only primer that I use and I've been using for a really long time, and I do 2 coats of that on the entire nail. And you want to make sure that the XXX bond along with the nail dehydrator goes on the entire nail plate. You don't want to leave any part of the natural nail without that. Basically, it spreads, so it's very hard to miss a spot, but you want to make sure that it goes on everywhere. You obviously don't want to like put too much on it either, but a simple swipe around the nail and it just kind of spreads everywhere. So you do 1 of the dehydrator and 2 of the XXX bond. Now, when I was taking clients, you guys, I swore by this, like 1 dehydrator and 2 XXX bond. My clients' nails would last so long. There was no lifting. I have been using this method on myself every time I get my nails done, and it works wonders. Like, I get no lifting. So yeah. And now we are going in with the actual application. I'm using the Too Cute Everyday Nude and the not polished acrylic brush, and I'm mixing it with the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘗 monomer. And I love this nude acrylic. It's super buttery, very easy to work with, and so I haven't used it in a while here on my YouTube channel, so I just wanted to use it, and I'm almost done with it. But a good thing I have another container, but I'm almost done with this one. So I am doing like a super long nail today. No surprise there, since my nails are always super long, but I am doing it more of a coffin shape. When you're doing super long nails and you're using forms, it's very easy to go try and do a square nail and end up with a coffin. So you just have to be very careful on the forms and eyeball exactly where your shape is going to be going. I did intentionally do a coffin, but it has happened to me before where I've tried to do like a square and I wasn't paying too much attention, or I was talking or whatever, and it ended up being like coffin. So just be very careful when using nail forms, because you can definitely lose a shape very easily. So now I am applying the acrylic, and it lays like butter, you guys. I love it. So the first bead that I always do on nail forms is kind of like, not like pointless, but it's not a big how do I like explain it? Basically, all I'm trying to do is I'm not worried too much about like other stuff. I'm more focused on the length and the shape of the nail. So it's kind of like a really thin bead or a really thin layer for me to just know that on the next coming beads that I'm gonna grab more acrylic, then that's when I'm gonna focus on the thickness and on all of that. So the first bead that I'm grabbing is kind of small, but kind of not, because I'm still doing a long nail. But it's thinner than any other one because I just want to lay that foundation down for me to have. And then my second, third, fourth bead, that is what I work on with everything else. So the second bead I place right on top of where that first bead was, but now I'm focusing more on making it the like a nice thickness and all of that. The third bead that I laid is right like below the cuticle area, and then I'm just dragging it down for that nice thickness and that nice apex. And that fourth bead that I'm doing is the smallest bead, which I'm doing in the cuticle area. For the cuticle area, I've always said place your bead below that area and then push it up a few seconds after, because you want to avoid flooding of the cuticle area at all costs. You don't want anything along the way that can cause lifting within like a few days. So you just be very, very careful and make sure you leave it like as thin as possible towards the cuticle area, but still having that nice apex, because we are going to go in and file in today's video. I'm literally showing you from start to finish. So I am using my 𝘈𝘰𝘠𝘗 nail dust collector, and I'm removing the nail form once it's done. I'm using my nail house files, which are 80/80 file grit, and I always recommend when you're doing this part to either use an 80 file grit or a 100 file grit. I know some people say 80 file grit is way too harsh, but I actually love it. It does its job super fast. You do have to be careful though, because you don't want to like burn your client, cut your client with that nail file, because it can be like it is like, you know, a really harsh grit. But I love using it for shaping and stuff like that. Just be very careful. I obviously don't have to be careful because this is a practice finger, but I still kind of do because I don't want to cause any rips in the silicone practice hand. But yeah, I love this nail file. I really loved them. I think Nail House just came out with these. They sent them over for like the Christmas collection, with the Christmas collection, and I love them. They're the best. So now we're going in with the shaping. I wasn't focused too much during the nail form part, but you do have to be very conscious that, you know, the cleaner you are with your work during the acrylic application, the faster it is for you to file. So you want to be as clean as possible so you can just do less work when you're filing. So I am using my nail dust collector as I always do because I like to use it, and there is a lot of dust. You don't want to be inhaling all of that bad stuff. So I recommend you getting one. I do have a code of 𝘈𝘰𝘠𝘗 for this nail dust collector, and I've had it for a really long time, and I really enjoy it. So now we're going in with the same pink fine sanding bands from my Amazon storefront, and I usually put this from 3,000 RPMs to 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs because I like to be very careful, and I'm the kind of person that if I put the RPMs too high, my like file will go crazy. So we don't want that. And then I make sure to seal the cuticle area and everything looks clean and nice. Then I go in with the Chiara Sky nail buffers, the pink ones, and I just basically go over the entire nail to make it as smooth as possible. And then I go in with the nail dust brush to take off all the dust, and I use my Young Nail Swipe with my Crafts by 9 pink lint-free wipes to remove any possible dust that can be on there, because now we're going to go in with the gel application, and any dust that is left behind, even the smallest little particle, it will be shown in your, not only when you're using gel polish, but especially because we're using a chrome powder, so everything is going to show in the chrome powder. So what I'm using is my Crafts by 9 Heart Pink palette, and I'm placing like 2-3 drops of the Crafts by 9 black gel polish and my Crafts by 9 liner brush in the number 3, which is one of the longest. And I'm doing a French tip. I'm doing it, you know, you do it the way you want it. You do it longer, shorter, you know, whatever it is that you want. I wanted it to be like this because it is a super long nail. And I really like this design of French tip. So once I make the line with the liner brush for where the French tip is going to be, I then go in very carefully with the actual applicator of my gel polish, and I just fill it in. Now look at how pigmented our black gel polish is. I'm so proud of it. I love it. And it's super pigmented. So now the next thing I do is I correct like any imperfections. I make sure that it's gonna look perfect before I put it into the lamp to cure. I'm using my 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘰 LED UV lamp, and this is very important, you guys, for the chrome effect. I'm putting it under the lamp for 30 seconds exactly. 30 seconds, that's all you need. Put it in there for 30 seconds and take it out, and here we are. And I'm using the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘰 Rub On Rose Gold Chrome Effect and the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘰 like chrome applicator. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it will be linked down below. And it's as simple as that, you guys. You like, less is more with these chrome powders. Like, you don't want to make a mess because it is like, I don't know, they're like really fine particles of stuff, and so it can get very messy if you pick up too much. So I just dip the applicator very lightly into the container, and all I do is go all over the nail, and it's going to stick on exactly where the black gel polish is. They do say that black gel polish is like the best to use underneath the chrome effect. I haven't really tried many other colors, but yeah, I love the way the black looks on underneath. You can't see the black anymore, but the strength of the color comes out with the chrome effect. And don't worry about getting it on like any other part of the nail. It's only going to stick to the polish that was in the UV lamp for 30 seconds because it still has like a tacky layer. And so then I just dust it off with a dust brush, and then I clean it with the same lint-free wipe and the Young Nail Swipe, and everything comes off except for the you know, where the black gel polish is. And so now I'm going in with my Crafts by 9 glossy no wipe top coat, and that is our French tip chrome nail. Oh my god, you guys, I absolutely love this nail. I just got the 𝘗𝘪𝘠𝘰 Chrome collection, so I'm going to go to town with all of these colors that I have now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to do a full set with these because I'm obsessed. I hope you guys learned something in today's video. Make sure to leave a comment down below what you would like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.